Here's what I said, exactly word by word what I said. I said there's people out here on social media like ISIS who are getting paid by social media and who are getting advertisements for having these terrorist pages on social media. And guess what? The advertisers are actually are putting this on the air and getting paid for this. That's how they're getting their commercials, by the way. That's what's going on. Is that crazy or what? Is that right? Is that right, Robert? Here you are, a law enforcement guy. I want to know, is that right? Is that the freedom that we know now, or is that the freedom that we lost under the Constitution? I want to know.
Well, you keep saying that I'm in law enforcement. I have a background history of law enforcement for 20 years.
Right.
I am a certified officer. I've had tests, whatever.
Right.
Mainly my whole ordeal, I used to work for the court. I was a court officer.
Right.
And I have a better perspective on life. And what you're talking about here is anybody can do it. When you have a website or something, you can get on Google, and Google will put these commercials, either advertisements around your website or your social media group, and they send you a check for doing it. And you have to have so much content. Well, again, that's up to Google to start checking out their clients.
Right.
And making sure that they people that are on there that are legitimate people, that they're not sticking all these commercials on something that exploits terrorism, and this is a sticky situation that you're talking about, Mark, and it's not something that can be cured overnight. And I know that President Obama has dropped the ball on certain occasions, but I think he's doing the best he can. And, nobody likes war. He was told not to remove those troops out of Iraq. He wanted to keep one of his campaign promises, and he did. And now we're paying for it. And it's just a circumstances that we just need to pray for our government, that they make the right decisions, and these social media groups get shut down. Now, here's another example. With Matthew Virgin, you've got this Karen who's going out there, and she keeps funding Matt. And, what's going to happen is, now that the authorities are involved and stuff, they're going to freeze her accounts, is what they're going to do. I mean, because I've got documentation that was turned over to them that she has paid for bus tickets and phone bills and things like that. So, I mean, this proves at the time and date that he was getting all these luxuries, that he's illegal. And so she's looking at, she could possibly have her accounts frozen because they don't want her funding people that are either considered a terrorist or considered illegal.
Right.
Just depends on the circumstances. So, people need to start thinking before they make these decisions. And I really pray that Americans are smarter than that to get involved with these radical terrorist groups, because, this is a good country to live in. It is a free country. It's freedom of speech to an extent.
Right.
I mean, people say, well, they have the freedom of speech, so they're going to walk up to a cop and they're going to tell them to F off and all that stuff. I mean, come on. Let's have some respect here. And we're going through some changes. And with the internet and with the situation of, my error is through all the electronic ages. I remember when the first computer came out. So all these laws are having to catch up with the internet.
Right.
With all this cyberbullying and all this child pornography crap, and I just pray to God that they start cracking this down and change the last 3 digits instead of when you go on our website is .org, because that's the organization. .com is the communication media. There's just a lot of .gov is for government.
Right.
And so why can't they put XXX for porn sites? That would clean up a lot. So what they have done is companies have come forward, and we always try to rely on the corporate America to fix our problems. But they have these websites that I allow my kids to go on. It protects them. It keeps them away from all these terrorist groups and all these sites. And my daughter has a Facebook page, but I don't allow her on it unless she's being monitored.
Right.
And you know, and you know, just what happened at my house. She was on my Facebook page, and in her mind, she was going to think that she was going to act like me and tell Matt on his Facebook page, which he was staying, you know, in here, that you know, you need to leave my daughter alone or whatever. And Matt picked up that that was her, and he said that he was going to rip her arms off and throw them in the ocean, and then, you know, have sex with her or whatever. I mean, I've got those posts. You know, my
Damn.
wife was furious. I should have kicked him out in the street right then and there.
Yeah, you
Had
should
a
have.
talk with him though, and so I mean, you know, these are things that people need to be able to monitor.
Right.
And technology is so broad. I mean, there's a program right now that basically I could call a cell phone, and then as soon as they pick up, it bugs them, and then I could follow them anywhere they are and track them. So,
Right.
you know, there's a lot of different technology out there, and hopefully, you know, America will start strictening this and eliminating the funding to these terrorist groups. Right now, they're bombing the hell out of them,
Right.
and that's good.
Yeah, it is.
But we need boots on the ground. You know, they need to get in there and surgically remove this. And I just pray for the people that are over in Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan and Syria, because these are innocent people that these surgeons, these terrorist groups, they circle themselves around. I remember Saddam he put his bunkers or his little things in